Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Half Mom Whole Chaos. So this week I put a giveaway post up on the Facebook page. If you haven't caught it, go check it out, Half Mom Whole Chaos Facebook. It's gonna be a surprise giveaway, but I would love for y'all to join it. All you have to do is share the post, invite 3 friends to the page, and then drop your podcast topic is below because I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys want to hear me talk about? Um, so the winner will receive a surprise prize pack of multiple items, not just one. And if I need to ship it, then I need to ship it. That'd be awesome. So go to the Facebook page, check it out, and let me know what you think. Give me your topics. I actually am going to talk about some of the topics today because I loved some of them that I was sent. Um, and I think you will too. On another note, I hope you all had a happy and safe 4th of July. I know that I'm using this Sunday to recoup because we have been in the sun and it has been hot. But let's get to chatting. So, one of the topics was do you ever wish you had been raised or born in a different era, had your family and raised your children in a simpler time, or do you love the way the world is today and wouldn't change a thing? Well, girlfriend, I hate the way the world is today, and I would love to change multiple things. If I could have raised my kids in the era I grew up in, we grew up in, um, and I think that it would have been really good for my kids or like our kids to grow up in that era because we were able to play outside till the streetlights came on and ride our bikes anywhere. We weren't influenced by iPads at that time or phones. We didn't even know what those were. And YouTube and all this stuff that they know about now, we didn't have a clue what that was. We knew what a VHS and a GameCube was, and they probably couldn't even tell us that nowadays. Um, but I wish I could have raised my daughter, but also my stepkids in the era that we grew up in because obviously maybe not our childhoods, but the era of that we grew up in would have been so much better. 90s, early 2000s. Because these kids nowadays don't know what good is. They really don't. I'll be honest. And so I think that my era, our era, or even just a little bit earlier, like the 80s, 90s era, I would have loved that one too. I kind of wish I would have been born in the like 80s. I don't know. I was early 90s, so it really doesn't matter for me. But let me know what y'all think about that. Because, like, what era would you rather have been born in or be raising your family in? Another one was, oh, hold on, I'm reading. I just want to get a good one. Um, the things we thought as kids that we were completely wrong about, gas prices, um, and everything else. We thought that we were going to be rich and pay these bills, and bills were cheap, and groceries were cheap, and now look at us, struggle busting it daily. Um, we thought that our parents making us clean our rooms were dumb, and here we are, have whole households cleaning our rooms. Not even dumb. Um, I don't know. I think there's a lot of things that I thought and I'm completely wrong about now. But I know I used to hate my mom making me clean my room, and my daughter does the same thing. But here we are, whole behind house to clean, and now I understand what she meant. Or, oh my gosh, this is a good one. Turning the lights off. The JEA bill is so high. I don't pay the AC the outside. You're not in a room, turn the light off. I catch myself every day saying that to my kids, my husband, everybody, and my own dang dog because he has learned how to open our front door. So if he's outside and he's hot and then we forget to lock the door, he lets himself in, and he will sit at the front door and look at you like, come on, because I'm hot. I'm done being out here. So I always tell him I don't pay to AC the outside, but I tell my kids that too. I tell my husband that. And these lights, they will be out of a room for 3 hours and the light will be on. And I'm like, come on now. Again, we don't pay to AC the outside. That's a good one though. I know I'm not the only one that does that. Um, Things husbands do that drives wives crazy, and vice versa. Oh, there's a good one. I cannot stand when my husband be like, "Have you seen this?" Because he knows I'm gonna tell him exactly where it is, because he don't want to use his two eyeballs to look for it. Or if I tell him or any of my kids, go grab this, tell them exactly where it's at and everything, they gonna tell me they can't find it. They are gonna tell me they can't find it. Even though I'm gonna walk right to where I told them it was and it's gonna be there, they gonna tell me they can't find it. And I know I ain't the only one there, because I be hearing my friends and other people say, "Well, my kid can't find nothing." Yep, mine either. Um, Another one. Another one I think I cannot stand that my husband does is when he comes inside from like hunting or just a stinky day at work and he wants to sit around in those clothes. I can't stand that. And I've never probably told him that, but I cannot stand to smell his sweaty behind or the mud that's on his pants or whatever's on his pants, the chemicals from work. Y'all, it'd be making my nose burn. I can't stand it. But I'll never tell him that. But I'm gonna tell y'all that. How often do you use Google? Oh, y'all, how often do you really use Google? Because I be Googling everything. I'll be like, I'll see somebody is on a show and see, I go Google their life. I will literally Google their life. I will Google who's married to who, how old somebody is. I'm on Google and FBI check everybody. I know half y'all's business because of Google. You better watch what's out there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Some do. Um, Growing up before smartphones, this is a good one again. I I miss I don't get me wrong. I like having my phone, being able to talk to everybody, but you know how nice it was growing up and not knowing what a phone was. My mama made me play outside. We played outside till dark. We were allowed to come in to use the bathroom, and for lunch, we played outside. We sat on the porch, we played outside. We found something to do outside. But in my neighborhood, when I grew up, we lived on like a dead end road, and we had like 6 or 7 of us kids that kind of lived around the area, and we all played. We had four-wheeler and golf cart, go kart, whatever trails in the woods that my dad made us. Like, we had the best lives. Bicycle trails, we rode our bikes there too. In the woods that my dad made us, like, we played in the ditches. These kids nowadays don't know what that is. They don't know about that life. And that was my favorite time. I growing up as a kid, me and my cousin have some of the best stories growing up as kids. But even my neighborhood, like my friends now, I'm still friends with people that I grew up with. And like my friend, um, one of my best friends is married to her husband busted my head when we were little. Total accident. We were playing baseball with like this mop handle like brush with the screw top handle, and he swung the bat. That was our bat, and Coke cans. This is how much we played outside. A mop handle and Coke cans. And he swung the bat, and I was the catcher. And when he came back with the bat after he hit, he popped me right in the forehead. And till this day, we crack up about that. Like, you're the one that busted my head, bro. But we're still friends nowadays. I love it though. That I'm able to talk about these people, and I'm still friends with them. I have friends that our kids go to school together now. Like, what the world? And then my best friend of over 20, probably 20, almost 25 years now, she, we're still best friends, still this day. We met the summer before second or third grade. That's terrible. I don't remember now, but I used to could tell you right off the beat of my chest. But we met in the summer right before school started, and they had just moved in at our road, and we have been best friends ever since. Obviously, we grew up and had our little types, but we've always been best friends. That's my girl. Um, some. I'm just reading. I want to continue talking about some. Because this episode ain't gonna be about step parenting and what we should and shouldn't do as husband and wives and all that crap. Today, I just want to talk about life. The most ridiculous excuses we ever had. Are y'all the type of person that makes up an excuse, like uses your kid as an excuse to because you just don't want to go do something or you don't want to go somewhere? Because I do that. I don't actually use my kid as an excuse though, because I feel like if I did that, if I use my kid as an excuse, I'm gonna say something and she gonna get it like a fever. Like that's my superstition. So I literally don't use her as an excuse. If I use her as an excuse, it's legit. But I will be like, oh, I've had a headache all night, or oh, we had something come up, and really I'm probably just laying in my bed, but I just didn't want to go because I'm a homebody. So y'all get my biggest confession. Oh, here's a good one. Do family reunions still exist? Bless their hearts. Y'all, do y'all still do family reunions? Is that still a thing? Like, really? Because, I mean, we get together as families a lot around here, but a family reunion is still a thing. Like, people still do that. I want to know, do y'all's family still get together? As, like, for real? Guys, I just want y'all to know, this is so off subject, but on July 25th, I get to go see Cody Johnson, and me and my friend Brandy have yet to find the outfits we're wearing. And I really don't know what I want to wear, but all I can think about is how hot it is going to be on July 25th in Florida. Because what will it not be on July 25th in Florida? Only in Florida stories. Here we go. The heat and the humidity and how bad it gets. And then how it'll rain for 5 minutes and be just beautiful again. Um these people drive like crazy in Florida. I don't know where they came from, but it's because I think they came from up north and every other place, and then they come down here and they just don't know how to drive still. Like, or us, maybe it's because us Florida people are like straight goons and we just drive like crazy people, so y'all don't know how to drive with us. I think that's what it is. It's definitely it's people moving here that don't know how to just go with the flow like us. I be having the worst road rage. I will literally cuss somebody out just driving down the road because people just be stupid. Let me just hit my brakes and turn without turning my blinker on. You know that car came with a blinker. I know it did. So use it. And be courteous. Turn your blinker on a little bit ahead. And if you know so you don't have a slam on brakes to turn. My biggest pet peeve. And my other biggest pet peeve is people not knowing how to damn merge. Like when you're getting off of the interstate and it's like a loop de loop and you gotta merge over, get over. You see them people coming off of the interstate, get over. Or when they get on the interstate and these semis are riding in the right lane and you need to get in that lane, but because all these other cars want to line up and ride right beside them, they can't get over. So then we having to stop to get on the interstate because y'all idiots don't know how to drive. Really, there's just too many people in Florida. So I mean, y'all just all need to go somewhere because it's too busy. It's too packed. We full. Get out of here. And if you ain't from Florida, you don't even know, but don't come here because you ain't gonna enjoy it. You're not because it's too packed and it's too hot. And most days it rains. And we just a bunch of idiots. I'm just kidding. We ain't a bunch of idiots. We wild down here though. We a different breed. Oh, if animals could talk. Y'all, I think my dog can talk all the time. I have whole conversations with him. But he really be looking at me and he'll just turn his head. Like if he could speak, he would talk to me. But I also talk to all my puppies like they're little toddlers. Like, hey, my baby. And they just love me. And I wish they could talk. Because I know what I wish my dog could talk. He probably don't wish I could talk. But I wish he could talk. Oh, posted on Facebook Marketplace. Who's been there, done that? Y'all, I cannot stand somebody to say, is this item still available? Well, is it still posted? Duh. That I mark it as sold? Nope. It's still available then. Or when you post one and you get 400 spam messages. Like, what the crap? Y'all leave me alone. I cannot stand that. Facebook Marketplace is just annoying at this point. Oh, y'all remember growing up? Y'all ever? Some of y'all might. I don't know. We'll see. Growing up, I went to church. I was in church because my granny made me go, but not only because my granny made me go, like she took me. I went. I loved church growing up, but on every Sunday she'd be at my front door, and if I wasn't outside, she was honking. If I didn't stay with her, and I used to love the Sundays. Oh, excuse me, that we would have lunch after church. Those church lunches, those church potlucks, those church lunches, though, was the bomb. I used to love getting food from church. On Wednesday nights at my church growing up, they used to cook dinner. Like you got dinner on Wednesday night, so we would go up and eat dinner, and then we'd go to youth service, and we loved it. I loved it. I looked forward to the food at church on Sundays. And the desserts them old ladies used to make. Gosh, and you know what's funny is nowadays I won't eat food from people's houses, but back in the day from the church I would eat the church food. But it's because I didn't know no better. But nowadays don't. If I don't know you or if I don't know what your house look like, I ain't about to eat food from there. Sorry, y'all can judge me all you want, but no, I'm weird about that. Mm-mm. But I do. I miss the old church potlucks. But you know what? Another thing I miss is like going to youth camp during the summer, getting away for a week, and just going to youth camp. I've talked to several people about that recently. Like, did y'all ever do that? Go to youth camp for a week? I loved it because I got to get away from my mom, but get out of Florida. That was how I traveled when I was a teenager. Like, we got to go to youth camp for a week, and we'd go like Toccoa Falls and up in Georgia and different places, like a few hours away, and loved it. Best time of our lives. I know I've been reminiscing this whole podcast about some childhood memories that I miss or the era I grew up in that I miss. But I know I'm not the only one. I miss those days. They were the best days. So I want to hear from y'all. What era do you wish, not era, do you wish that you grew up in? And what do you miss about being a child? I mean, obviously the bills and the working every day. I miss not having to do that. But besides that, like your childhood memories. I want to hear from y'all. So comment, post on my Facebook, write me. I want to hear from y'all after you listen to this podcast. This is Half Mom, Whole Chaos, and I'm so grateful for y'all. Make sure you go follow the Facebook page, the Instagram page, find me on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple, and go support Bear Branch Homestead and DTB Hunt and Harvest on Facebook. Sunshine Pest Control, SON, Shine Pest Control. We've got Emily's Blossom and Bloom Bar. We've got Victoria or Coleman's Captures on Facebook. Boone's Sudsy Trails. Go follow all these people, all these small town, small business people. Support them. I'm gonna have some more for y'all next week, but I am so grateful for y'all to listen each week with me, help me grow, and I'll be back.